Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Louisiana Academy of Performing Arts and our faculty profiles show. So, my name is Ryan. I'm the director here at the Academy, and every time we have these little segments, we like to take the opportunity to introduce you to the many wonderful people here at the Academy. And today we have the privilege of sitting with master teacher Miss Rebecca Posey. She is an instructor of piano, voice, and musical theater. So, Rebecca, thank you for being here today. It's a pleasure to have you.
My pleasure.
Well, great. So, we're going to dive right in and let's talk about your early training for music. So, what sparked the interest in, choosing the career path that you chose, and, what did your early days look like?
A long story, kind of, but I've been singing forever. I can't really remember not singing. I used to just run up to the front of our little tiny church and sing, whether anyone wanted me to or not, when I was really little. And so that kind of got me started. My mom sang and played the piano, so we always had music in the house. And my grandmother, she wasn't a singer, but she was always singing. She was always when she was sweeping or washing dishes, she was always singing something. So singing has always been my number one as far as the thing I've done the longest. And then I started taking piano lessons when I was 7 years old, and I continued through college. I had, a couple of places in there, like during high school, where I couldn't find a teacher that I liked because I went to school away from my teacher. But pretty much from 7 through college, I took piano. And I majored in voice in undergrad, and I majored in voice as well in graduate school. And opera was my main focus in grad school. And but I also taught lessons. I was had a teaching assistantship, so I taught voice lessons, and I also taught piano lessons as well, just on my own on the side.
So what made you choose opera and that level of vocal education? And then how do you think it has helped you? I mean, most of our students don't choose to study opera, right? So what elements of that really translate well for pop music or R&B or, the kinds of things your students are doing? How does that help them with your training there?
So I chose opera mostly because the school that I went to for undergrad didn't have musical theater as an option. But I always had a big voice, so I just thought, well, opera must be what I'm supposed to sing. But I've always loved musical theater as well. And as far as how it's helped me with students who don't want to sing classically, good training as far as breathing and vocal agility and all of that goes in every single genre of music. It doesn't matter what type of music you're singing. Good training is good training. So whether you're singing pop or rock or R&B or jazz or opera, you need good breath support, you need good vocal technique, and that goes without saying for every type of singing.
Gotcha. Okay, great. And so how would you say music impacts your life daily? What are some of the things that you really look forward to each day? And just how has it helped you throughout your life?
Oh, so many emotions. So for me, music has always been an emotional outlet. And just whether it's just hearing a song that is so beautiful it makes you cry, or listening to a song whose lyrics really speak to you in whatever moment you're in, that's always been something that has occurred during my life. Music has shaped me in a lot of ways as a person, as a emotional person, as a feeling person. And also music helped me. You may not know this about me, but I'm actually an introvert. Public speaking scares me to death. And so, but being on the stage and singing on the stage in front of people was always comfortable for me. And so that has helped me become a better, I guess, public speaker as well as just meeting new people and in social situations, because I can call back to that. Okay, so just think about how you feel when you're performing and put that into your real life.
Yeah, interesting. And we see that right here with so many students. It's like maybe their first show, they're a little bit nervous. Maybe they didn't even want to do it, right? Maybe we have to get them, we have to bribe them with some candy or a sticker or something. But then they get up there, and then they're, before you know it, they're taking like triple bows, and, you have to pull them off the stage.
Right.
So, yeah, the buildup of self-confidence. And,
Absolutely.
Self-esteem is huge.
Yeah, I've seen so many students who started out these little tiny mouse voices, or just scared, not that they had a mouse voice, but they were scared to let it out because they weren't sure what was going to happen. And to see them blossom into confident, owning the stage performers has been amazing.
Yes, absolutely. You've been here since 2008.
Long time.
You have been here a number of years. We're so grateful for that. And you've been able to see your students from beginner all the way to advanced. Some have gone off to college and majored in music. And, they do all kinds of other productions and get chosen for lead roles, that kind of thing. So they've been with you a long time in order to do that. So if I'm a beginner, tell us about the magic that goes on in your classroom in order to keep that level of interest and produce that amount of success.
All right. Well, first...
Sorry, that was a long question.
That's a long question.
Okay,
so I'm going to answer the second part of the question first.
Sure.
So, very first lesson, brand new beginner, the first thing that I like to do is find out what your interests are and find out what kind of music you like, what kind of movies you like, what kind of TV shows, video games, all of that, just to kind of get an idea and get comfortable with each other. And then we'll always go through music and try to pick some things out that you're interested in and that you like. And of course, there's always the learning stuff, which I hope to make fun as well. And so I think the more comfortable we are with each other as teacher and student, the more work we get done and the more fun we have doing it. So we always are working towards something, whether it's a recital, whether it's just feeling comfortable enough to play a song for your parents at home, anything is a goal to work towards.
Yes, and I know at my house we have family recitals that are often impromptu. If you don't yet have that in your home, it's a lot of fun because I'll get on the piano and then one of my daughters will start dancing and then another will get her guitar, and it's a lot of fun. It's just, fun for the whole family, and yeah, it's great. And Rebecca also teaches my children, by the way, so, you started Patrick when he was...
he was pretty little.
He was little, and now he's doing Elton John tunes, right?
That's right.
And we can't stop him from singing.
What was the first part of the question?
So the first part was, what are some things that your current students are working on?
Some things that my current students...
Are there productions outside of our school that they're doing too?
Well, I just had a couple of students do productions at their schools, and those are done now. I have a student who just got cast in a production at 30 by 90. And I also have several who are working on audition material for upcoming auditions for shows. So got a lot of that going. And a bunch of my students just did LAAPA Fest.
Yes.
And they did a good job, my piano students and my voice students. And so, yeah.
Great. Yeah, be on the lookout for those videos. Those will be out soon. We recorded all of that. Great performances there. Maybe share with us some of your favorite teaching moments.
Ooh. There's a lot to choose from. Favorite teaching moments. I would have to say one of my favorite teaching moments is I was working with a student and she was having a hard time kind of accessing her upper range. She just felt like she couldn't sing high notes. She couldn't do it. Her voice just wouldn't go there. She could only sing low, or she could only belt. She couldn't sing up in her head voice or her upper register. And one day we were talking about just the way you want your voice to feel when you go up there, and that openness and that just let it go, feel like it's just going through the top of your head. Suddenly she opened her mouth and this giant sound came out and we were both like, whoa! That was a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing when you've been talking about a concept, right, for a number of weeks, and then finally you have that aha moment, and both the teacher and the student are like, wow, that's it.
Yeah.
We did it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So much fun.
Let's circle back just a little bit, your performance career. So I know before you came to us, you did quite an interesting performance. I think it was a month or two.
Yes, I was in Italy for a couple of months, and I was performing the role of the First Lady in Mozart's The Magic Flute in Italy, but we were singing in German. So, interestingly, some of Mozart's operas are in German and some are in Italian. That's one of my favorite performances, absolutely, because we were in this small, like, medieval town in Italy, and we performed outside. They set up a stage, but it was all stone around us. There was a cathedral and just different. It was all stone around us, and the acoustics were phenomenal. No microphones, nothing. We were just performing outside, and just the sound reverberating through all of that stone was amazing. It was a really great experience.
Talk about what you think parents should look for when they're getting started in voice or piano lessons, regardless of what style they're interested in, be it pop, classical, contemporary Christian is also popular here. What are some things they should look for when they're starting to do some research?
Well, I would say first thing to look for teachers who are qualified, who have their degrees in music, who have their degrees in what you're interested in or what you want to pursue. And also look for teachers who are also able to be a little flexible in what they want to teach your students, because it needs to be a good balance. You need to have a balance of what the student needs to learn and also what the student wants to learn, and they need to go together. And in your lessons, you also want to make sure that the teacher is letting you know what they're working on, whether it's through their assignment books or through, like, we use my music staff where we can send you messages to let you know what they're working on, or if they need, or we can send tracks to practice with. There are all kinds of things. So just good communication, definitely.
What are one or two tips or tricks that vocal students of all levels could take away from today's little video here?
I would say that this is a quote I use a lot in my lessons, and I think it applies to all instruments, not just voice, but voice, piano, guitar, everything, is that everyone starts at the beginning. So if you're a brand new beginner, don't worry. Everyone starts at the beginning, and everyone has the capability to learn and love making music.
Very true. Good stuff. All right. Well, I think that's about it today.
Right.
Rebecca, thanks so much again for taking the time to be here. Thanks to all of you out there for tuning in today. And if you have any questions or would like more information on any of our programs, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here for you. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.